Welcome back to the Medium Cool Show. Today, we're going to be talking about one of your favorites, Jean-Claude Van Damme. And specifically, we're talking about Street Fighter.
Join us as we travel back to the year of 1994. Just after the release of the game Street Fighter II, Capcom wanted to adapt it into a film. One day, CEOs and the heads of Capcom were visiting Los Angeles. When a young writer, well, not really young, he was probably like 45, but a fan who was also a writer, Stephen E. de Souza, heard about the Japanese guys in LA. And he wrote the fucking first draft of the script for Street Fighter in one night, dude.
Damn.
Because he wanted to get it to them, bro. Because he was such a fan of the game and his kids were fans of the games. He was like, oh, dude, this is my opportunity. I want to hop on it. And you know what? I think it paid off for him.
Dude, I think so.
Right?
I think
That's
so.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, he made the Street Fighter film, right? And
yeah.
you know, that's pretty sick. If you're a fan of the games though, and you feel like this is gonna be like the games, it's absolutely not like the games.
No, not at all.
Right?
No. There's a lot of fan service in this though.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a lot. Like every character that ever has a name in this movie is some character in the game.
Oh yeah.
They're always like, oh, Cammy, oh, T-Hawk, oh, it's DJ. You know, like it's all characters that you could play as in the game.
Oh yeah.
And
Guile, Chun-Li,
Guile, yeah.
Ryu,
yeah. Total fan service, this film. And also it feels like it was made for 11-year-olds.
For sure.
You know?
It definitely feels like Super Mario Brothers type shit.
Yeah. It did not feel like a classic Van Damme film. I'll say that.
No, we came into it because we wanted to see a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie, and we came out of it with like, and it kind of didn't actually feel like a proper Jean-Claude Van Damme film. No. You know what I mean? We kind of came out of it like, oh, there's all these characters, and we got this villain in it too. Yeah. What's his name? Bison?
Bison.
Yeah, Bison, who wants to like take over the world. And he's trying to create the perfect genetic soldier. Yeah. Sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah.
Right? But I know that Steve Souza, the director, wanted to make a film that was part Star Wars, part war film.
Yeah.
Obviously we got Street Fighter. Not a lot of street fighting going on.
Nah. There were also so many characters bouncing around this. There was like, you would never have that in a classic Jean-Claude film. Like, no. He would just be the central character, and that's it.
Yeah,
it got a little confusing here because the cast of characters was so big.
It was a little confusing. It was a little confusing what was going on, and I'm sure the people who were making it didn't really know what's going on. It was kind of just like a bunch of big set pieces. Yeah. Right? And it's a very, it was a $35 million budget, which today doesn't sound like maybe that much, but back then it was pretty good. Like this has a lot of good production value to it.
Oh, it does.
You know?
Yeah. Live explosion, live cool set pieces, costumes.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, this is like really at the peak of his powers, 1994. Yeah. You know, like how much do you think he got paid for this?
$35 million budget? Yeah. I think he got paid like $20 million.
No, he got paid $8 million. $8 million. At $20 million, dude, that would have been crazy. I mean, $8 million is probably $20 million now. Yeah. If he got paid that, I mean, he was like, they really wanted him. Japan was like really big fans of him. He's a big international audience, and I mean, it was worth it because the movie made over $100 million, regardless of all the bad reviews that it got. Really? But I think maybe if I saw it when it came out, I'd be like, this fucking sucks. But I think I can appreciate all of the effects, all of the in-camera work that exists in this. Yeah. In this, it all feels like it's real. Like it's all like real sets and everything, and I can appreciate that. And obviously, it's not a typical actioneer where you're waiting for the next fight scene with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He really only has one fight scene where he's fighting Bison, he's hitting combos and kicking, and you get all the good kicks in there and shit.
You get the classic moves you would see in the game. Yeah. Like he's doing.
Yeah, he does the kick backflip, kick backflip twice in a row. And I'm sure when people were in the theaters and they saw that, they were like, oh!
Yeah. I feel like, genuinely, he was there for the paycheck, dude. He was there, and I felt like he was phoning it in, because this is not like... I've seen him do some... I'm like, dude, you could go higher with that kick. You know, and some of the kicks he were throwing, I'm like, dude, that's like, he showed up on set that day, maybe a little late to set, and he's like, alright, I'll do my thing. But he's not like... He's not going all out like fucking Kickboxer or Bloodsport or Hard Target. Death Warrant.
I think he was doing like he was going for it, you know? Maybe that hunger isn't there as much for this film because it's such a commercial project. And also they had to tone it down to be like a G rating. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was funny. I just feel like he didn't really have that big of a part in this. For $8 million, but whatever, you know, they use it for the marketing. That's what I can say, right?
He was definitely the main character of this, though.
Yeah.
Out of all the characters they had, he was the one.
And he was a badass guy.
Yeah.
Who represented America, and he was a very, like, masculine, badass guy. And he's like, I know about women, okay?
Yeah,
like, he just says that, you know? But it was definitely a goofy, campy vibe. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, it was camp as hell.
Like, for video game movies, though, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
For the standard of video game movies.
Yeah, I don't think video game movies really have been that great until, like, recently.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, Uncharted was aight.
No, Uncharted was, But, like, Last of Us, TV show. People love that.
Oh.
People love the TV show.
Yeah.
Fallout. People love the Fallout TV show, too.
Yeah.
What more can we say about this movie? It was kind of a cheese. It was kind of like, you know, it was just a Jean-Claude Van Damme. I would love to have seen, you know, this movie if it were like, had like, you know, a little more mature rating, right? Because I think they could have done some cooler things.
Yeah, a harder edge to it. And the villain the guy who plays the villain died before the movie was released. It was his last movie.
Yeah.
And the movie was dedicated to him.
Yeah.
Also, this movie, when we were watching it in the beginning, when we saw the credits, there was 4 editors. No, 6. There was 6 editors. Yeah. It doesn't look like it was 6 editors. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Yeah. Like, they must have just kept on switching it off or whatever. Get different passes or something. So 6 editors?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That was kind of a warning sign. Even though it was a good edited, I guess. It was kind of basic edited, but...
Yeah, it was basic. It was basic.
I don't think I don't think Jean-Claude Van Damme does the splits in this either.
Nah.
Yeah.
He just throws a couple kicks and then...
No ass shots.
No ass shots, no. None of his staples. Get him on the next one.
Yeah, like, I don't know, there's not a lot to say, dude. Like, is there a lot to say about it?
Nah, not really.
I mean, the costumes were cool. He looks cool in it.